Assalamualaikum dear students, hope you are well and hearty. Welcome to NIEVS Homeschool. This is Fatema Sabrin, Shikha, Assistant Teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School Morning Shift. Today I am going to take English First Paper class for the students of class 9 on the topic Chapter or Unit 2, Lesson 2-3. I'm repeating, today our topic is Unit 2, Lesson 2-3. Students, this is our 7th lecture and 6th homework. Students, please take your textbook and writing elements. We'll learn about lesson 2 and 3 from unit 2 and then we'll do some exercise. So let's start. Unit 2, lesson 2, reading really helps. Read the conversation and tell what Anusha is going to read. Students, here we find a conversation held between Anusha and Tia. Now I'm going to read the conversation, and this conversation starts with Anusha. Anusha says, Tia, hope you enjoyed the article of yoga. Tia says, yes, it's great. By the way, Anusha, how did you enjoy London Olympics as a sports lover? Anusha replies, people rightly say that it is the greatest show on earth. I'm still thrilled to remember what Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt have shown. Amazing. Tia says, right you are. They are incredible. However, I've got an interesting article in the net on Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt. You might like it and take part in the debate on who is better between these two greats. Please read it. Anusha says, oh, Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt. Thank you, Tia. I would love to read it. So these are the conversation between Anusha and Tia. Now, part B, read the text and answer the following questions. Michael Phelps, Usain Bolt are great, but who's better? The question is, Michael Phelps, Usain Bolt are great, both of them are great, but who is better? With the curtains closing on the 2012 London Olympics, it's impossible not to look back and reflect on the greatest performance by Olympic athletes. The Olympics have many memorable moments and athletes we will remember by name alone. The list is quite big. Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt are the latest edition of this list of the best. So among all the athletes, Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt, we can tell them the legend of their respective games. They made London Olympics stand apart. If there is any question like this, what is the standout performance of London 2012? Perhaps the answer is the London Games gave us Michael Phelps versus Usain Bolt. So as they made records in Olympic Games 2012, we consider them one after another. The first one is an already decorated Olympian who put the finishing touches on his great athletic careers, and another came up with a new definition of first. Two of the most popular Olympic sports, sprinting and swimming, saw their two biggest stars captivating audiences. They would also dominated the 2008 Beijing Games, but Phelps and Bolt cemented their legacies in London. Phelps, the American swimmer, passed gymnast Larissa Latania for the most Olympic medals ever. Bolt was the third man to repeat as a 100-meter gold medalist and the first as a 200-meter gold medalist. And he broke his own Olympic record by running the 100-meter in 9.63 seconds. Once Phelps and Bolt were back in their pool and track, the storylines changed. It means Michael Phelps and Bolt, they are not only legends, but also they break the records of their own. And here we can say about Usain Bolt, who break his own record in the 100-meter running race, and the timing is 9.63 seconds. Phillips is the most decorated Olympian ever with 22 overall medals, 18 gold, 2 silver, 2 bronze. So in total, Phillips gained 22 medals, including 18 gold, 2 silver, 2 bronze. Bolt is the most accomplished Olympic sprinter with the unprecedented double, making clear that he is the fastest man in the world. But there's a debate: who had the better Olympics? So among them, in 2012 Olympics, who is better or best? Among Phillips and Usain Bolt, it would be tough to top Phillips' 8 gold medals in Beijing, but what if we are only talking London? London was Phillips' grand finale. It was, that means the participation in London, it was Phillips' last participation. He won 4 golds and 2 silvers in 7 events, and he says he'll never race again. So with this London participation, he declared to get retired. London was Bolt's chance to prove he's still the greatest. Bolt won 6 gold medals in 6 Olympic finals. He is the first man ever in the history of the modern games to sweep the 100 and 200 in back-to-back Olympics, not to mention the addition of back-to-back relay golds. And Bolt became a legend in his own words. Phillips already was. Bolt is just 25 years old, so there is no telling how long he can be on top of the sprinting world. So as Phillips declared to take retirement, Bolt is only 25 and he will go a long way as he is a young person. So that's why if we compare between them, it will be unquestioned and answered. We can compare both them. They are legend in their respective places. So there is no telling how long he can be on top of the sprinting world. What if he decides to retire from sprinting to focus on the 400 meters just to break another world record or 2? It would be amazing and entirely possible for him to accomplish. Who had the better 2012 games? You tell us, let the debate begin. And this is adapted from USA Today Sports London 2012. So after reading this, can you understand or can you guess who is considered the best, Michael Phillips or Usain Bolt? This is unanswered, as I said. If we talk about these, we can't count who is best. We can measure their achievements. So that's why they are considered as the legend ancestor for others who will come to these platforms. Students, now look here, some questions are given from, based on this text, Olympic Games. And first question, I have saying the question with answer. First question is, what makes London Olympic 2012 exceptionally sensational? The answer is performances of Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt make London Olympic 2012 exceptionally sensational. Number 2, how are Phelps and Bolt brilliantly similar and different? Answer is Phelps and Bolt are the most shining star in international games and sports. In this sense, they are similar, but Phelps has declared to retire from race. On the other hand, Bolt is only 25 years old. So we know where they are similar and where they are different. Now number 3, between these two Olympians, who has picked the highest honor within the same time frame? The answer is Bolt has picked the highest honor within the same time frame. Number 4, question is, what is special in Bolt so far? And we can say for this question, Bolt has won 6 gold medals in 6 Olympic finals. This is his specialty. Number 5, how does Bolt evaluate himself? And the answer is Bolt evaluates himself as a legend. Now students will learn about lesson 3, change in pastime. Read the text. Childhood outdoor pastimes in decline. Traditional childhood pastimes of climbing trees and playing conkers are in decline. According to a survey by the RSPB, it means Royal Society for the Protection of Birds. RSPB means Royal Society for the Protection of Birds. It's a charitable organization registered in England and Wales. So RSPB is the registered organization, institution for in England and Wales. The survey shows that people under 34 recall far fewer such childhood outdoor experiences than people over 55, according to a survey by RSPB. So from this survey, we come to know that people under 34 recall far fewer such childhood outdoor experiences than people over 55. So in the past earlier time, people used to involve in different activities to spend their pastime or leisure time or free time. But now this ratio is decreasing day by day. People were asked which of the childhood outdoor experiences they could remember. The answer included making dance, daisy chains, climbing trees, playing conkers, and feeding birds. 4 out of 5 boys climbed trees and the same number of girls made daisy chains. But the survey showed the numbers declining among the newer generations. So in the earlier time, girls used to play daisy chains. The ratio was high, but day by day, gradually the number is decreasing, and the new generation don't know about daisy chains. Some girls of new generation never play this type of games. Some 15% more of those aged over 55 had these outdoor experiences in their childhood compared with those between 15 to 34 years old. Some 92 of the public agreed that experiences of nature were still important to children, and 82% agreed that schools should play a role in providing them to all children. So this is really think about that, the ratio or the activities of children. This is necessary to spend their pastime in doing such activities that can make them happy and healthy. But the children are not doing this. The survey has highlighted the positive impact of contact with nature on a child's education, health, well-being, and social skills. At the same time, there has been a decline in these opportunities, with negative consequences for children, families, and society, a condition now known as nature defect disorder. So as our children are not taking part in such sports and games and activities, they are going to be going to face disorder problems. They are all the time staying at home. They still play on computer. They still spend their time through mobile phone, and these are harmful for them. Their mental and physical health are decreasing day by day. Mike Clark, Chief Executive of the RSPB, will meet Parliament members to urge the government to join other organizations in providing children with first-hand experiences of the natural environment. We believe this guidance should include the many positive impacts to children of having contact with nature and learning outside the classroom. And this is adapted from BBC News 6 September 2010. So students, in your pastime or free time, do such activities which can make you happy, and through this you can be healthy. By physical exercise, physical movement, you can be healthy and you will be enjoyed with that work. Now students, it's time to provide your homework. Your homework will be lesson 2 per day, that means fill in the blanks. This page number 25 per day, read the following text and complete the blank spaces with the appropriate words from the box below. So in the box, some words are given and you have to fill the gaps with these words, with appropriate words. So you have to write only answer, no need to pick the question, you will write only answer. And don't forget to write the lecture number and homework number with submission date at the top of the corner of your copy. Our lecture number is 7 and homework number is 6. Students, please do your homework and submit your homework copies on every Saturday. Guardians or anyone else can come to school and can submit your homework copies, and you will get returned your copies on next Saturday. That's all for today. Hope you have understood today's topic. Keep practicing at home and abide by your parents. Stay well and see you again. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.